and I'm excited for you guys because we have an amazing guest in studio today. Don't forget to check out USIU Radio on Twitter at Radio USIU. Don't forget to check out radio our Instagram at USIU_radio. And this show is also on Instagram at the Mid Morning Show. Welcome to the Mid Morning Show, guys. And here today I'm with my guest, whom I'm going to allow to introduce herself.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
This is Rachel Odur.
Okay.
Yes. I am the chair of DRAB, DRAB meaning Dean's Residence Advisory Board.
Okay, nice to meet you, Rachel. So for those who don't know you right now, could you just let them know where you're a student and what course you're doing?
Okay, so firstly, I'm Ugandan.
Oh, I even forgot. There's a nationality thing going on here. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm Ugandan,
Okay.
and I study at USIU, United States International University.
Okay.
My major is international relations, and my
Okay.
minor is psychology.
Oh, that's
Yes.
nice. So before, let me digress a bit. Someone who's doing like international relations and psychology, how did you come to minoring in psychology? You would think you would be more on international relations related things, you know?
Well, the good thing about a minor is that it gives you the opportunity to study a whole other world.
Okay.
You can go outside of your field a bit. And I felt like psychology was most ideal because psychology is basically the study of humans. And
Okay.
international relations itself is a social science.
Okay.
So I feel like the two work together really well.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, now you know something about Rachel today. So back to DRAB. You say DRAB stands for what in full?
Dean's Residence Advisory Board.
So what exactly is DRAB in relation to USIU, and like why was it put there?
So DRAB is basically a club in the hostel.
Oh, it's a club.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a club in the hostel, and its job is basically to be that in between for the students and the dean of students.
Okay.
So any issues that are in the hostel, it is our job to make sure that they are heard by the dean of students and they are worked on.
All right.
Yes.
And ever since you took office, I just wanted to ask, how long does what's the duration of someone who takes on the chair?
It's basically for a year. So
Okay.
I got voted in November. So November this year, we shall we shall hand over to a new team.
So you can't run again?
I could, but I'll be finishing up with school.
But you can.
I can if I
But
want.
in your case, you will be finishing up with school, so it's
Yes.
not really like a big deal.
Yes.
Okay, so moving on, what are like the three main focus areas that DRAB tries to focus on in relation to hostel and students?
Okay, so one of them is basically student comfort. So we
Okay.
have to make sure that the needs of the students are met.
Yeah.
If it is, we need we need hot water in the hostels.
Yeah.
We need ways to warm our food. We need Wi-Fi to be faster. We need whatever we need. That is where DRAB helps from. We also run entertainment. So
Yeah.
we have events every week planned
Yeah.
for the hostel.
Yeah.
So that we keep our people entertained and having the best time ever.
We will be getting into that because this semester DRAB has a whole lot of things they have put together.
Yay.
But the thing is, something you've talked about Wi-Fi. How do what then is the difference between? Sorry, this is not like your area, but what's the difference then between RA and DRAB?
So RAs are basically in charge of checking in students.
Yeah.
So they're in charge of making sure that every student has a room, every
Yeah.
student has everything that they need in their room.
Okay.
I'm not the one who helps with that.
Okay.
The RAs are the ones who are responsible for students' rooms, I guess, and housing.
their livelihood and all
Yes,
that.
yes.
Okay, but you mentioned Wi-Fi. That's why I brought up this question. Where does DRAB and Wi-Fi? Because I feel like Wi-Fi is more of a resident assistant's job.
Because we are both our responsibilities are both geared towards the students, we kind of merge most of the
On
time.
some things.
On some things.
Okay.
Other things other like RA either like I cannot check in students, that is the responsibility
Obviously.
of RA,
Yeah.
and they cannot be planning the events for the hostel, that is my responsibility.
Alright.
So that is where we kind of draw the lines, but there are certain responsibilities where we find ourselves merging and working together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back to DRAB and basically you being chair. Let's talk about campaigns. I do remember they were a bit tough. There was stiff competition.
Yes.
Congratulations, by the way. She
Thank you.
is the chairperson of DRAB. And before I ask you some other things about the campaign, first and foremost, how did it feel to win? Because I know it was tough. It was tough.
Let me tell you,
Uh-huh.
this was the first thing I actually stood for. the first role or position I've actually campaigned for as a head.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Is this like through high school or is this like at university level?
Through university and high school, I was academic prefect, but that was not, I didn't campaign.
Yeah, like they sort of just appointed you, gave, but this is like something that you like.
Yes,
put yourself there. Like I want this.
Yes,
and it's head. You know, it's like the lead at the top. Yeah.
Yes, I had served before under the previous DRAB, so this was for me a step up. So and I really wanted it. So it was a lot of prayer. Okay.
Woo, girl.
We're like the Lord Jesus.
Girl.
But we did it, and we blessed the Lord.
All right, but moving back to our conversation, Rachel.
Yes.
So back to the campaigns, yeah. I did notice something during your manifesto where much as your opponents were promising so much things, you decided not to promise anything. And if I can paraphrase your speech, it went something along the lines of, I'm not really going to promise you guys anything. The only thing I can do is I will promise to listen and to sort of do. You get? So your speech was shorter. Your manifesto was basically just, I'm not going to promise anything. I'm just going to promise to do my job. And I would like to ask you, why did you take that approach instead of the whole, I'm going to get Wi-Fi, I'm going to get you guys really had stuff, man. I'm going to get you guys microwaves, fridges. No hate. I'm just saying. So yeah, why did you take that approach?
Well, one of the things is that I had previously, as I said, I previously served in DRAB. So
okay.
I knew that a lot of those promises are probably going to mean a lot of nothing.
Okay.
Because it wasn't about that.
Yeah.
Our job as DRAB is to make sure people feel a home away from home.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's it. So
and this is entertainment-wise.
Yes, this is entertainment-wise, and also this is all those other promises-wise.
Yeah.
What our job is to push for those things.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's hierarchy. There are people above us.
You can't really bring it to manifestation. It's up to them.
Yes.
Your job is to just sort of present and say, hi guys, this is what these guys want.
Yes. So my job is to tell me, what do you need?
Okay.
Okay. Let me go now and tell these people that this is what so and so needs.
Okay.
Okay. So I understood that about the job.
Because of your background being DRAB.
Yes.
That's interesting because I'm telling you, the opponents out there were promising us heaven on this earth, like for lack of a better word. You guys, I really was expecting to come back to my room with a microwave, fridge, TV probably. But you know, so not to, how can I put this? Not to put down the rest who made promises, because as we know, politicians, you're trying to really get people to believe in you. But what would you say, in general, is the downfall of leaders who are campaigning at all levels? Education, politics, in all levels in life. What are the downfalls of promising things to the public, especially if you're a first-time runner?
I think the problem is thinking that you can do things by yourself.
Yeah.
Thinking that you're going to come in and you will just switch everything by yourself.
Yeah.
As I say, there are people above you.
Yeah.
And your job is to be able to articulate the needs of the public clearly to the people above and actually fight for those needs.
Yeah.
I think that is the problem. And also, I think a lot of the people who promise when they reach that wall that you will reach, they probably give up.
Yeah.
And that is not the way to handle it. I think what I've learned so far is to push and ask them, when are we getting this? This is why we need this. Do you understand?
But how about when, especially when it comes to how about when promising them could be that little thing needed to win the vote? You know how these things are, like promising that sweet, small nothing. Could be. Do you think that's something ethical that should be done, or still stay away from that?
I think as much as you can, you should serve from the heart. You should truly feel the burden on yourself to be a leader, to meet certain needs, to serve people before you put yourself out there. Because at the end of the day, yes, there'll be pressures, but you should have that integrity in your heart, reminding you of this is why I stood for this, so that I can meet these needs, so that I can be there for people and serve them in this way. Yeah. So if you find yourself having to probably add a little something.
Yeah, to add like a little salt to the conversation,
You probably don't have the oomph. You don't have what it takes, I guess. Yeah,
it's the oomph actually. Yeah. So, first 100 days in office, which is basically your first 3 months, which I think was fall semester, September, October, November. How were those first 3 months as DRAB chair?
They were good. They were good because I entered in when we were kind of winding up the year.
Yeah.
So I did not face a lot of work to do.
True. You just had to just prepare for this year.
Yes, but this year is where things are getting hot.
I can
but
see
we
that.
are also getting hotter.
I can
and
see
we shall
that.
manage.
So I know it's just been 3 months, and I know you have a whole year to prove yourself, a whole year to show that you guys, you've voted the right person.
Yes.
How would you measure yourself how would you measure your success in relation to your goals right now? It doesn't matter what those goals are. Maybe your goals were to set up those activities. Maybe that could be, an indicator for you, like, okay, I actually have achieved something.
I think I measure myself on commitment.
Okay.
Am I still committed as I was on the day I campaigned?
Yeah.
And for me, I am. Every time I see myself pushing, I push my team, I remind them the reason why we signed up for this, why we came through for this, because we wanted to serve. We had the heart of leadership calling to us.
Yeah.
So, that is how I measure myself. I'm committed every day, and I'm here for it, and I love it.
That's nice. I'm pretty sure everyone out there who voted for Rachel feels very confident about their decision. She is actually the best person for DRAB right now, because USIU sort of getting back,
Yes.
For those of us who joined post 2019, the so-called fun year, so we sort of experienced a very slow environment.
Yes,
you know.
Did. Yes.
Not just even with the online classes, like with the activities, with the energy, like stuff was missing.
Yes.
So this year, I'm excited. I hope DRAB coming through, USIU already Culture Week. I hope, this year is going to be exciting. So, DRAB, what are some of the activities that you have planned for us this year? Starting with, I think there is something happening this weekend?
Yes. So this weekend, thank you for asking. This weekend we have our night to remember. So it's a separated event for the boys in the hostel and for the girls in the hostel. Okay. The girls' night is themed. So our night is a lingerie party.
Okay.
It does not mean all of that you might be thinking, but
still, like, just silk,
wear your silk, wear your shorts, wear your little things, your little something.
All the boys listening right now are like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And what are the boys doing?
Me no know.
Of course.
The boys are basically just playing games, chilling as boys, talking, whatever boys want to talk about.
Yeah.
We have snacks and drinks provided for everyone in the hostel.
That's amazing.
We just want people to come, because also this is a fresh semester. We have freshers, we have people who are learning how to socialize.
Yeah.
So we want to just start off the semester with allowing boys to get comfortable with the boys, girls to get comfortable with the girls, and then from there we can now start socializing people even more. Yes. True.
Because I feel like the hostels are sort of missed that connection.
Yes. Sense of community.
We started online. Everyone was in their rooms all the time. And even when we have gradually switched to like physical classes, it still is lacking, The common room, like I know people who were here from before, they said the common room used to be very busy.
Yes.
And now it's like a dead place.
Yes.
So I think it's nice for some of these activities to bring us back. And for example, I saw on the list that there is something like about Diani, and I'm super intrigued about Diani. I want to hear more about that.
Yes, so actually there are 2 trips we have coming up. So in week 4, which is basically next week, we have Karura.
Okay.
So what we want to do as the hostel, we want to gather ourselves together, get some balls, go to Karura. Those of us who want to hike, let's go hike.
Hiking.
Those of us who want to go cycle, let's go cycle. Those of us who want to go play sports together, do some team building activities, let's go do that.
I love that.
Yes.
I love
on
that.
a Saturday morning. So that's going to be nice.
That's going to be nice.
Yes.
So have you guys figured out, because I know usually people sort of contribute financially to these events.
Yes.
Have you guys figured out, the financial situation?
Basically what we're going to do is allow students to be charged from their accounts. So instead of having to withdraw money from your account to fund whatever you want to do, a lot of us have extra money in our fees.
Yeah, true.
Yes,
and instead of having this pocket money you have, okay. I think that's a very good idea.
So you could just withdraw from your send that money from the account to whatever activity you want to pay for.
All right, and then Diani.
Yes. So for Diani,
when is this happening? Week
this
8?
is week 9.
Week 9.
Yes, in week 9 we're going to Diani.
Okay.
Yes. So we're really excited for that. We shall give you more details on that.
All right. So, welcome back to the mid-morning show on USIU Radio. My name is Daisy Atino, and I'm here with my lovely guest, Rachel. Yes. Rachel, tell hi to the viewers who might have forgotten what you sound like.
I'm here. Thank you.
She's still here. So, Rachel, that has been an amazing music break. But back to our conversation. Now we're leaving the whole DRAB situation, DRAB activities, and now we're coming back to leadership in general, because in essence, she is a leader right now. So, Rachel, as a leader, how do you handle conflict? Like, how do you handle conflicts within and outside the committee, and also just with people? You know how sometimes people approach you with their unniceness. Yes. Someone needs something done, but the way they're coming at you is like, it's too much.
Yes.
So how do you first of all handle just conflicts when you're in the committee meetings?
So within the committee, we have a line of interaction. Okay. For lack of a better word, a line of interaction, and that is respect. That's a boundary of interaction. So it's important to deal with people with grace. Yeah. Because a lot of times people are not necessarily just behaving badly because they want to behave badly, but there's other things involved. Yeah. So being a leader, it takes also you understanding people and coming back down to where they are and saying, what's the matter? Yeah. Like, why are you feeling the need to go or behave in this manner?
Basically, you have to go in you a bit.
Yes, you have
pull out some niceness, and like deal with the situation. Because if you react, it gets worse.
Then no work is done. You are the same. You have all reacted in a bad way. So I think the best way is to just remember to deal with people with grace.
And also when it comes to outsiders now, someone reaching out to you needing your assistance, but the way they are coming at you, because this has happened mostly with RAs. They have dealt the most with ugly personalities. Yes. People coming at you requiring your assistance, but the way they're coming at you, they forget you're a student, they forget you have your own life. So how is it like when someone takes you out of character a bit? You know?
For me, I am very quick to remind you to respect people. Okay, we are in a civilized society. True, you have been civilized. You are being educated. Yeah. There is no reason to act like you're not educated. Yeah. Uneducated people do not understand some of these things. Yeah. But if you're educated and you have gone through certain processes, you have lived in a community, I will remind you that is indeed your life, and you should remember.
But with grace, of course.
With grace. With grace. Ever graceful.
Ever graceful.
Okay.
Just to digress a bit, because what you're trying to say is where we find ourselves in situations where people test us. Yes. And we have this thing like, no, I don't want to come off mean. I don't want to seem rude. Not even as a leader, just as a human being. Someone tests you, but you don't want to offend them. Yes. So I feel like learn to check people, but with grace. And tell people the truth. There's also that.
Let's behave. Okay, kindly do not speak to me in that manner. That is not appropriate. Yeah. Do you think would it be appropriate if you were spoken to in that manner?
No, obviously.
It's not. Yes. So kindly give me the same grace you would want afforded to you. So
just to digress a little bit, because once again the conversation with Rachel is very interesting. How about the situation where people don't know how to handle checking and just confrontation with people? There's that thing. Yes. Like, I don't know if you've had a friend and let's say they have a situation with another friend or with a guy, and this other person is obviously and publicly rude to them, and they don't stand up for themselves in that moment. Yes. How about people who don't know how to sort of, since you have a minor in psychology, I think it's best for you to speak to this. How about people who don't know how to confront, to stand up for themselves, people who avoid any sort of conflict?
I think the best thing to do is at that moment, if you do realize that you might not be able to have that back and forth with the person, it's okay to withdraw and gather yourself.
But continuously withdrawing though.
That's where the problem comes. I think it's okay to withdraw and gather yourself and then go back to that person and have a conversation. Tell them, at this moment, when you spoke to me in this way, you made me feel like this and that and this. Because sometimes people, the truth is, and this is not to offend, sometimes people are poorly raised. Yeah. And they do not understand, they do not even realize the kind of emotions they're taking people through.
True, and they don't even have this emotional compassion to think about another person. Yes. It's always them, main character stuff, know? It's always them. It's never, how did I make Rachel feel when I talk to her in this way? Yes. Yeah, because those people, when you bring to them the issue, sometimes they could actually make it look like you are the problem.
They'll gaslight you.
They will gaslight you good, my friend.
That's unfortunately those are some of the unfair things that happen in the world. But the best thing is that you should not let how people behave affect the kind of person you are. You should stay grounded in certain pillars of love, of kindness. Do not let people deter you from being a good person. I mean, that is how I live my life. But other people will tell you different. Other people will tell you, give them the energy you receive.
If someone does this, return it in tenfold. unfold. I understand what you're saying, and those are very powerful words. I feel like it's a level of growth you have to attain to be able to speak like that, because I'm telling you, half of the people are walking around like, yo, you do this, I'm gonna do it back tenfold. I will really show you who's who. Yo, and that's exhausting.
That's exhausting. And that doesn't help anyone. It just allows the
It doesn't help you, actually. Because now you're angry and upset.
And you just have all this anger. Like, you should let people be about the anger. Like, let it be far away from you. I mean, I think that's the healthier way to live your life.
True. Yes. Truer words have never been said. I hope whoever you are out there, I hope you're listening and you're picking something. Yeah. So moving on, Rachel, what do you love most about your job as chair of DRAB?
What do I love most about my job?
Yeah, it could be the people, it could be the joy of planning, the creativity.
Yes, I love planning things, and I love people enjoying them.
Okay.
As I told you guys, I'm the minister of enjoyment.
We have the minister of enjoyment in the building, guys. As we are leaving, please take your photos with her.
So for me, I'm all about those good vibes.
Yeah.
I'm all about that good energy.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love being able to plan things.
Yeah. And also people enjoying the things you plan. Yeah. Oh, that's a satisfaction. I don't know if you've watched these videos on like YouTube or TikTok where someone is like satisfactorily, I don't know how to say that word, but like they're cleaning something and it's just so satisfactory to watch. So it's like that whole thing. Like you planned something, someone enjoyed it and they gave you a good review, like wow.
Yeah, I love seeing people dance when they're enjoying. I love seeing people eating and they're enjoying. They're watching the movie and it's fun. Like for me, come through because I'm here for you.
That's nice. So your leader loves to see you have fun. She loves to watch you enjoy all these things that she has put together for you.
Yes.
And how about any key advice? This is especially important just in the capacity of a leader.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter at what level you are, a leader is still a leader. So any key advice for anyone out there who wants to get into a leadership position this year?
Yes.
What's like the main thing you tell them about being a leader that you have learned or that you had to, sort of teach yourself?
One thing I would say firstly is that if you feel like you want to be a leader, go for it. Because that is greatness calling to you.
Nice.
Okay, so definitely respond to the call. But any other thing I would say is allow yourself to be malleable. Allow yourself to learn to be...
those of us, whom during high school we dropped out of literature and went through the commerce, entrepreneurship route, could you just expand on malleable for some of us, please?
So basically, when I say malleable, I allow yourself to be changeable by your environment, to push yourself
not too strict, huh?
Yes, not too strict and
rigid.
Because you're not going to enter leadership and come out exactly as you are. Okay, you're going to be stressed. You're going to be pushed. You're going to be happy. You're going to see progress, and all those things are going to have some sort of effect on you. So allow yourself to go through that process. So when things are difficult, just tell yourself, I'm learning. This is the beginning of something great in me. Okay, and the sky's the limit.
So beautiful. That is so beautiful. I hope whoever's out there listening, you have honestly picked something from Rachel's conversation today. Thank you, Rachel, for coming on the show. Thank you for sharing everything from DRAB to leadership. I don't know if you have any last words for your listeners out there who have enjoyed you. I don't know if they have enjoyed having this conversation as much as me. I honestly don't want to stop, but I just have to, So any last words for anyone out there listening?
Well, if you see me at school, say hi. I am always open to ideas and open to just interacting with people.
Sorry to interrupt you. There's also that aspect about being a leader who's open to ideas.
Yes.
Could you just speak on that before?
Yes, because I feel like you're a leader because you represent a society. They need you to speak for them. So there's no way you can do things by yourself. There's
only 10 your ideas,
There's 10 billion ideas within that society. I think the best way to be a leader is to just be open so that you can give the people what they want, and your tenure is one that is celebrated as well. Okay, so guys, thank you for listening in. This is Rachel Odur, chair of DRAB. It has been a pleasure to speak to you and to give you some insight into what I'm about. And let's see each other around and have a blessed weekend.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.